My name is Clara, and that evening remains etched in my memory forever. The dining hall shimmered under crystal lights, chuckles echoing against polished stone surfaces. Servers glided by with sparkling glasses of bubbly, as shutters clicked relentlessly at my sibling. Kate looked stunning, naturally, wrapped in luxurious fabric, showered in admiration. Then Mother stood up, holding her drink, gaze alight with delight. Addressing Kate, she proclaimed, the child who brings me the greatest joy. Cheers exploded, utensils tinkling, kin glowing at the favored one. I remained rooted, my grin stretched taut, fingers quivering beneath the cloth. As sweets were served, a server placed a dark portfolio in front of me. The tab, close to $2,000, glared up like an insult. Mother edged nearer, her tone sharp as a blade. Proceed, Clara, settle it. In that instant, shame scorched fiercer than the flickering wicks. That tab transcended finances. It defined my role in our household. From childhood, I grasped quickly that my status was subordinate. Kate was forever the centerpiece. The golden locks, the effortless grin, the young woman who earned ovations merely by entering a space. Family members would squeeze her face and coo, she'll break hearts one day. Then they'd shift to me, fumbling with Clara's the clever type. It posed as flattery, yet it felt like a pity award. At age 6, when Kate craved dance classes, our folks enrolled her in the priciest academy nearby without pause. That summer, when I pleaded for a STEM workshop, Mother exhaled wearily. Out of budget. The complimentary session at the public library will do. Her debut performance outfit exceeded the full cost of my fall clothing haul. I, on the other hand, sported inherited garments. My edges uneven from self-taught stitching. The routine persisted. Kate received fresh outfits for each formal event at school. For my required books in higher-level algebra courses, I heard to share or hunt for second-hand copies. She devoted evenings to practice sessions. Mine went to stocking shelves at the market to fund a computational device. She earned accolades for her packed schedule of pursuits. I was urged to mature and take extra hours. University widened the gap. Kate's fees were entirely funded, her lodging covered, and regular stipends deposited punctually. I squeezed into a tiny flat shared with 3 others, laboring evenings in a support home to stretch meals of instant noodles. She pursued media studies, drifting between social gatherings, sharing snaps in high-end attire. I focused on healthcare training, logging 80-hour marathons, but my successes merited scant recognition. Each time I raised the disparity, my parents dismissed it. Father would grumble, varied offspring, varied requirements. Mother would retort with that piercing breath, Clara, avoid envy. It doesn't suit you, yet it wasn't envy, it was weariness. The weariness of fading into the background while pouring out all I had. Of observing one sibling honored for mere presence, while I clawed for fragments of validation. That evening in the eatery, as Mother lifted her drink, the accumulated injustice surged into a disgrace I could no longer endure. Maturity was meant to liberate me from the obscurity. I believed relocating, managing my finances, crafting my existence would even the ledger. Yet partiality lingers far. Upon completing my healthcare program, I shared images of myself in academic regalia. My parents skipped it. They were occupied ferrying Kate to LA for a promotional gig. Father messaged a curt, well done. Meanwhile, Mother shared online, immensely thrilled for Kate pursuing her passions. The signal rang loud. My reliable journey went unseen. Her flashy disarray merited cheers. I leased a modest single-room unit in Chicago, equipped with thrift store pieces and the greenery I nurtured on my terrace. Each possession there was earned, purchased from earnings of extended workdays. I cultivated a subtle confidence from endurance. My uniforms, my clients' gratitude, my self-sufficiency. Those formed my rewards. Kate, by contrast, drifted through mishaps endlessly. When her housing payment loomed, our parents transferred funds. When her vehicle failed, Father endorsed a credit agreement. When a sponsorship collapsed, Mother phoned me, tone sweetened, Clara, could you assist your sibling just this time? That this time stretched into countless instances. I began enforcing limits, uttering hesitant denials step by step. Even so, remorse nibbled at each rejection. Group meals morphed into quiet challenges. Would I extend financial aid, or earn the label of self-centered once more? The disparity intensified with Michael, my partner. He recognized my labor, my value unconditionally. During a household meal when he joined, he murmured, close, Emma, they regard you as the dependable cash machine. That's not affection, it's reliance. His observation stung for its accuracy. I held my tongue through most evenings, suppressing the impulse to highlight the inequity. But each instance of composure, each unspoken reality piled like boulders within my core. I convinced myself harmony justified the muteness, but muteness carries burden. And one evening it shattered. It shattered publicly in a bustling venue with my mother toasting aloft. The secluded area sparkled, fixtures scattering amber over crisp fabrics, Kate striking poses near the pastry, embellishments snaring every casual lens. Giggles rose, fizz bubbled, and the shutterbug orbited her. Mother chimed her vessel. Silence fell like a scripted pause. She beamed at Kate, then skimmed beyond me as if at a barrier. To my lovely Kate, she intoned, tone laden with elation. The offspring who gleams brightest, the one who fills me with utmost pride. Claps crashed like waves, some kin-dabbed eyes even. I joined in, faint and precise, warmth flooding my cheeks. The treats landed, lofty portions. Icing blooms perched like tiaras. A server approached my flank, ebony case presented courteously. "Miss Clara," he inquired, positioning it precisely ahead. The receipt. The figure leaped out, 1980 prior to gratuity and fees. 22% proposed tip, inscribed subtly in soft tone. My pulse faltered. Cutlery rang afar like faint chimes. A relative inclined nearer. "Is that yours?" she murmured. Ere I replied, mother's words sliced crisp and vivid. "As usual, Clara takes care of it," she stated, elevating her drink. "It's the bare minimum she offers for her sibling's milestone evening." A faint ripple of mirth spread, then faded into shadows. Kate savored her bubbly, gaze sparkling, lips curved in a honed expression. I glanced at father. He hemmed, then averted. An uncle shook his head, muttered, "That's improper," then flushed. By the exit, the overseer lingered, courteous, worry-etched. "All satisfactory here, madam?" he directed at my mother. "All good," mother replied, avoiding my side entirely. The shutterbug persisted, bursts erupting like minor blasts. The receipt lay exposed, weighty as lead on my thighs. This lacked benevolence. It was ceremony, overt homage masked as custom. My degradation had been catalogued, levied, and summed in print. I nudged the treat aside. No amount of saccharin could mend the flavor. Warmth ascended my throat, a gradual blaze igniting into inferno. If a spectacle was desired, one was forthcoming. For that receipt wasn't mere currency, it was my position valued. I rose, hand firm, tone astonishing me with composure. The space constricted, linens halted mid-lift from dishes to lips. "If Kate embodies your delight, let that delight cover this occasion." Mother's grin narrowed. "Avoid shaming us, simply manage it, Clara." I indicated the receipt. "This lacks custom, its degradation sharpened." I refused to finance my own vanishing, no longer, not this evening. Father hemmed. "Darling, avoid drama over funds. This transcends funds, it's arithmetic. Decades of deductions solely from me. Tally the garments, training, stipends, bailouts, then review the ledgers yourselves." Kate set down her drink, gaze flashing. "Why so harsh? Demanding equity isn't harshness. Financing my belittlement is mistreatment." Mother's seat dragged. "We nurtured you, you owe this kin deference. Deference flows mutually." This evening mine was listed, levied and levied openly. The overseer approached anew. "Preferred divided tabs." Mother dismissed him, "She'll cover it." "We're honoring our luminary this night." I retrieved my purse, placed bills for my fizzy water, fee, and levy. "This settles my portion plus ample appreciation for attendance." I shut the case, eased it toward my mother. A relative breathed, "Well done," then fixed on a roll. Kate's expression wavered. "You're spoiling my evening. It's my celebration. Show poise. Your evening rested on my shoulders. That's the core issue for ages." Father attempted once more. "Let's discuss serenely. Avoid heightening this, I beg, this night." Serenity implied quietude. Quietude sustained my contributions, affirmations, fading for years. I faced Kate. "You're gifted, but gifts don't justify demands. If you seek the throne, bear the expense henceforth." Mother whispered sharply. "Ungrateful." The term fractured like dry wood this night. "Appreciation sans limits is bondage. I've ceased enacting submission for you." The shutterbug dropped his device, gaze broadened, burst finally ceasing. The overseer inclined. "We might divide evenly among three." "No," I stated, "bill them." I declined to fund this. Or I appended, "Process the payment under family delight, please, for a change." Several kin chuckled, then concealed behind fabrics and vessels hastily. Kate murmured, "Clara, stop. Not in this spot, not this moment." To me. "I'm enacting this publicly because it was done to me openly." I inhaled, anchoring the tremor threatening to surface. "Here's the shift, operative right away." I declared, distinct, balanced, and conclusive this night. No further unexpected tabs, no conditional affection, no waivers from me. Deference sets the entry fee. Absent it, access ends permanently. I positioned the case vertical, akin to a small marker awaiting inscription. Then I pivoted, strode beyond the pastry, and continued onward. Trailing me, seats shifted, tones clashed, implements rang like warnings throughout. Outdoors, the evening breeze rang true, chill, utterly vital this night. I released a breath. I refused to purchase affection. I'll invest in my serenity henceforth. But within, the tale lingered, not concluded for them or myself entirely. I strolled till the urban sprawl muffled the venue's clamor. Crisp atmosphere grounded me, keener than bubbly and cheers. No longer the subdued figure, no longer the assigned financier. Dawn delivered notifications piled like remnants post-feast. Father rang initially, tones subdued. He ought to have interjected. I responded, attempt anew, yet with deeds, not addresses. Kate messaged subsequently. Apologies, I was unaware it stung so deeply. I replied, then absorb it. Delight that burdens others lacks true value. Mother offered quiet, then a lone phrase. You shamed me. Deference sets the entry fee. Remorse holds no value. I scheduled counseling, marked appointments like sutures mending an injury. In truth, I discerned the divide between isolation and tranquility. Months elapsed, limits held. Summons came with cautious phrasing. I answered warmly, firmly. I'll attend provided conduct is courteous. No abrupt tabs, no overt jabs, no favored offspring displays. Should those falter, I'd rise and depart. Father joined me for brew, palms linked, remorse solid. I trusted him as he inquired on reform. Commence by observing, I advised, then voice it aloud. Kate appeared sans lenses, tresses loose, tone gentler than norm. She confessed the glow-concealed burden she evaded. We arranged modest anniversaries, divided costs, apportioned tabs sans theatrics. Mother lingered peripherally, drawn to her patterns like pull. Perhaps she'll advance, perhaps not. I can endure. My existence isn't a financing scheme for another's tale. If you've endured bias masked as fondness, I recognize you. You may cherish kin yet reject unjust stipulations. Limits aren't retaliation. They're guidelines for sound bonds. Have you encountered this? Share in the replies underneath. If you've endured it, solitude evades you. Always. Subscribe for additional authentic tales of bravery, limits, and self-realization.